So again, we want to welcome you to this course, to this journey that you might be about to embark on, and really highlighting this artwork here that says, taking care of each other is our privilege. And a big part of why we wanted to present this material to folks and present this training and put it out into the world is because we want the world to be a softer, safer place for trans and gender nonconforming folks. And it's up to all of us to take care of each other. This idea for this course came to me originally after some personal experiences and hearing from other trans folks, ways that we are continuously misunderstood and unseen. And it seems that, unfortunately, for many of us, we've had the experience with cis folks where they might ask the right questions, whether that be on an intake form or in communications. They might give other nods to seeming safer for trans folks, but then something happens where they sort of signal to us that they actually aren't maybe as safe as we had hoped, and that very much of their sort of mind or the way they conceptualize us or the way we fit into the world is still very binary in the gender binary. And I've attended and even given some trainings where the advice on how to provide gender affirming care or be more gender affirming, the advice generally ends in sort of this bullet point list of ways to show that you're more affirming, things like adding your pronouns to your email signature. But often that means that we're missing the mark, because providing humanizing, trans-affirming care or communications or relationship goes beyond just a checklist or a to-do list. And so really our big intent in creating this training for you all was to provide cis folks like yourselves the tools to reflect, unpack, and relearn your own internalized understandings of gender. And yeah, that's why we're here, and we're really glad that you're here with us to explore.
Yeah, I am very excited. Charlie and I, um, in our earlier kind of stages of getting to know you, Charlie asked if I wanted to like create something with them. And I was like, oh my gosh, yes. And, this idea came forward, and I was just like an immediate resonant yes. This is something that we definitely need. I'm loving that so many folks are wanting to take kind of Trans 101, Gender 101, more didactic based trainings, which is amazing. And that's only part of our embodied experience. So we can only go as far as we've practiced. And if you haven't yet taken any of those 101 preliminary primer courses, we will have some resources available to you with book recommendations, other trainings to take, just so you do still get that learning. And this will be an exploration of your own gender. I think something that we notice is, because cisgender heteronormativity is the norm, quote, the stereotypical norm, most folks think even cis people don't need to explore and examine their gender, but gender is for everyone. So we're really excited that you are giving yourself this time to really get to know yourself more. And in so doing that, you will be able to be a stronger ally, a more resonant person in the lives of the trans people in your world or in just the larger world. So we thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thanks so much for being here. If we're new to each other, my name is Charlie Golightly. I use they, them pronouns, and I'm trained as a dietitian. So I'm coming to this training and, my life, my work in general, with multiple privileged identities, and identities in general that I want to share because they show up in this training, and again, how I'll show up in general. So this is not an exhaustive list, but certainly some of the most predominant or key identities that I want to share and just be transparent around. I am a queer, white, genderqueer dietitian, so have some financial, you know, and higher privileges around education, things like that. And I also, in my private practice, Moxie Mind, engage frequently offering supervision to dietitians and other clinicians, often in the eating disorder space. And in general, really all of my work and my being rooted in some radical, you know, sort of anti-oppressive practices. So excited to share in this course a bit of that blurred line really between my personal life as a genderqueer person or a trans person and my work and what feels really important.
Thanks, Charlie. So a little bit more about me. My name is Nethery Falchuk, and if we're new to each other, my name Nethery rhymes with feathery or leathery, whatever you're into. My pronouns are they, them. I'm a clinical social worker supervisor, certified group psychotherapist. I'm also queer, white Latinx, trans non-binary, small fat. I'm an ADHDer, so I'm neurodivergent, married, and new, not so new. I think at the time that we're recording this, which this will hopefully live on much longer than just right now, but my baby is 11 months old, so we will be having a 1-year-old almost. And I look forward to one day when we're updating this material to checking in about how parenthood is going, like radical parenthood. It's a very interesting, different kind of space to be in, but it is one of my other motivations in this course, and I will likely be talking about my child throughout, is what kind of legacy I want to leave behind, what kind of world I would like for my child, and just even some of the like choices my wife and I are making in being more gender inclusive and not just already prescribing gender to our child, and how that bumps up with the binary of the world in which we live. So that is a huge motivation, and definitely we'll be talking about that. Aside from being a parent, I'm also a radical therapist, consultant. I do a lot of coaching and training as well. And I'm the founder of Ample and Rooted. We're an inclusive therapy and training practice. And you will also be able to get in touch with us, Charlie and myself, and you will have all of our contact information. But here's just a little bit about us, and we're very much open to any questions you have and any way that we can be a support to you throughout your time in this course.